This is the BOA English Agriculture Report. Grafting is a way to produce plants from pieces of existing plants instead of seeds. Branches or buds are cut from one plant and placed. This is the BOA Special English Agriculture Report. Grafting is a way to produce plants from pieces of existing plants instead of seeds. Branches or buds are cut from one plant and placed on a related kind of plant. The branch or bud that is grafted is called the sign. The plant that accepts the graft is called the rootstock. Grafting can join signs with desirable qualities to rootstock that is strong and resist disease and insects. A graft can be cut several ways. One way is a cleft graft. It requires a sign with several buds on it. The bottom of the sign is cut in the shape of the letter B. The sign is then securely placed into a cut on the rootstock. Material called a growth medium is put on the joint to keep it from getting dry and to help the two plants grow together. Many fruits and nuts have been improved to grafting. Flowers can also be improved this way. Some common fruit trees, such as sweet cherries and McIntosh apples, have to be grafted. Grafting is also used to produce seedless fruits like apple, oranges, and seedless watermelons. Grafting continues to hold an important place in agriculture, even in an age of modern genetic engineering. Recently, we told you about a study of genetically engineered crops and how they have been affected farming in the United States. The study found that many farmers have better harvest, better weed control, and fewer losses from insect damage compared to traditional crops. Our story brought a number of comments, including this one from Odalberto in Brazil. He wrote that in his town the population depends on agriculture and transgenic crops. He wrote that it's true that such crops can have higher output with less cost, but he added, no one knows the consequences that will have on the soil fertility and the human body. Only the future will tell us the truth about transgenic food. Christian in France expressed a different concern. He wrote, the big problem of the transgenic seeds is that they are of the monopoly of big companies. The small farmers cannot reproduce any more seeds by themselves. And John from Thailand wrote, I don't care where the crops come from, natural plants or genetic engineering, as long as we can produce food enough for people. And that's the BOA Special English Agriculture Report. You can comment on our stories and find transcripts. Yes. This is the BOA Special English Agriculture Report. For some people, the road to immediate satisfaction is laid with sod. A piece of sod has grass on the top and soil on the bottom. It can provide thick green grass without the work or weight required to grow alone from seed. Some property owners are replacing grass with ground covers that require less care and water. But others want a traditional grassland, sod or top. May not seem like a farm crop, but farmers grow it around the world for everything, from homes to sport fields. Sod farmers often grow different grasses for different conditions. Farmers must cut, fertilize, and water the sod often. The crop may not be ready for up to 2 years. Farmers harvest it in pieces of various lengths and up to 1 meter wide. Making the best sod takes work. Preparing the ground to lay sod is important and may require changes to the soil. David Roxon from the University of Illinois Extension says the best results come from moist, richly organic black soil. He says that is because the farmer used rich soil to produce the sod, so it might not do well in clay soils. Some gardeners prepare an area by removing the existing topsoil and grass. This can be done with a shovel, hoe, or sod cutter machine, but leaf roots or weeds may remain below the surface. Another preparation method is to till the ground completely. Still another involves using a herbicide chemical to kill the existing grass. Sod can also be placed over existing grass. The grass will die and become fertilizer for the sod. After sod is in place, it needs to press down firmly. This will remove air pockets and help the sod make contact with the ground and take the root. A water-filled drum called a sod roller can be used. Sod can grow at times and in places where growing grass from seed is difficult. But sod can also have problems, especially if it was not very fresh. Newly laid sod needs water, lots of water. It can quickly become dry. You will need water 2 times a day for at least 3 months. Sod should also be fertilized and it should be treated with limestone if the soil is acidic. Sod can be cut to fit space, but small pieces should not be placed along the edges of an area, as they can dry out more quickly. You can find other advice online. For example, we learned that sod should not be placed so that the ends of the pieces are all in a line. Instead, it should look like a brick corner on a building. And that's the VOA Special English Agriculture Report.